Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. We have a lot to talk about. I'm definitely very upset. A clip came up with Kimmi and Melody going at it. I think my issue is Kimmi sat there and was trying to deflect. And this is the thing. I probably have a different way of seeing it than a lot of the people that I've heard talk about this issue. I personally think that Maurice put her up to it, in my opinion. Because for someone that is so messy, Kimmi is so messy. Kimmi is constantly bringing up Mel, bringing news to her, talking about Mel wherever she can with everyone on that cast. She talks about everybody on the cast. She is the bone collector, bone carrier on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But to see how she is coming at Melody and has so much anger and venom towards her, that is something else. That is something very different, in my opinion. Now, you guys know from day one, I never seen it for Kimmi. I've always thought she was fake from season 1. I've always thought she's not a good person. She is one of those people that are nice, nasty. And I've said this from the beginning. And I still feel that same way. However, I feel like there is way more happening here than is being discussed. And I want to talk about it. But if you're new to the channel, you're welcome to Reviews and Recaps. I do reality commentary on TV shows, celebrity news. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Now, shout out to you guys, returnee subscribers who come back every single time to listen to my content. I appreciate every single one of you. Now let's get into it. I better give the disclaimer. Everything I say on this video is alleged, in my own opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Now let's talk about it. If you guys, first of all, a clip was released about the reunion. Now, can we talk about Melody looking beautiful as usual? The look was all the way together. I was here for it. Kimmi, not so much. I don't know what's going on with her look, but maybe it's all that venom that is starting to affect the way she looks, but who knows? I personally was not feeling the hair, the makeup. I don't know what it was, but something about the look wasn't really working for me. I can't wait to see the full look, but I don't know what it was, but it just wasn't working for me. Now, in this clip that has come out, you can see Kimmi practically calling out Melody. Then she tries to deflect to talk about how Melody said Kimmi is always touching Martell, but did she lie? We saw you in season 1. Every time Martell comes, and season 2, every time Martell is in your space, you're so giddy. You're like, oh, Martell is a good guy. We've seen you continue to root for Martell regardless of what Martell does. No, we did not forget. So I don't think there's anything wrong in Melody actually calling you out, because you're always, oh, good guy. Imagine after everything that he continues to do, continually step out on his marriage with this side chick coleslaw, yet you're out here talking about he's such a good guy. What do you mean by he's such a good guy? Where are the receipts? The receipts are telling us that he ain't nothing but a no good for nothing man. But yet, every time you see him, you're like, oh, Martell, and so nice and sweet to him. Let's not forget the interview where you talked about how Martell is such a kind person and how Martell is always calling everybody to check up on them. And if anything is going on in their lives, he will call them before, like if they have a day going on, he wish them the best for the day. I'm like, what is going on with all of that? We did not forget Kimmi. If you think we are going to be distracted by it all, we are not distracted. Our mind and our focus is clear. Are you focused? Are you clear? Melody, on the other hand, was trying to tell her it wasn't even that deep. It was a key moment. It is something that was brought up on social media. And what is even annoying me the most is a lot of people are saying, no, they didn't hear about it. I heard about it. Now, I didn't cover it, but I heard about it. I heard about it at the time in the YouTube streets. If I'm not mistaken, I think Here for Hot Tea covered it. Shout out to her. I feel like she was one of the bloggers, if not the blogger that actually broke that story. Now, guys, I'm so sorry if I'm wrong, but this is just from my memory, okay? Keep me correct and keep me accurate in the comments. What I will say is, I personally feel like it was in the YouTube streets. There ain't nothing anyone can tell me because I heard. I'm not going to make up something that I heard. Like, I heard it and I remember, and I generally have a decent memory. So you guys, let me know how many of you guys heard the rumor about the lipstick thing. I heard it from Here for Hot Tea, if I'm not mistaken. Apologies if I am wrong about where I heard it from, but I know I heard it. I remember vividly, guys. What is so frustrating is Kimmi is sort of making it seem that she didn't hear it and she was trying to be this and she was trying to be that. Kimmi, you always bring nonsense to Melody. But guess what she does? She talks about it. You guys have the scene and you move on. That is your job. But it's like, why are you taking it to heart? Why are you taking it so seriously? There is no reason for it to escalate the way it is escalating. Of course, Mel says, it is something that was a topic over social media after the arrest. Maurice didn't even let her talk. Maurice cuts off Mel and starts saying people make up things all the time. Okay, but did they make this up? You guys, all you guys have to do, if a rumor comes up, if anything is brought forward, say, no, that is not true. But you guys can't say that. And in everything that has come up, if you guys notice, nobody has come out to be like, no, there was definitely no lipstick. Everyone is dancing around it. And that is what annoys me the most, because it's like people like Kimmi and Maurice can be on the show, do absolutely nothing. When it's time for them to address things that are happening real time in social media that they should be addressing on the show, they don't take the opportunity to address it. And then they decide to bring the heat at the reunion. I'm sorry, where was all of this heat during the season? Instead, you were there messy, carrying the bone everywhere, but whenever the bone was brought to you, you couldn't address it. And this is why I feel like Kimmi and Maurice are not good reality TV stars, because you are bone carriers. You guys talk about everybody, especially Mel, all of the time. The moment this comes to you, you cannot address it properly and deal with it in the scene and create a good scene out of it. This is why you're not made for reality TV. And this is why when Melody leaves the show is going to crumble. Because you guys do not know how to show up to work and bring the heat at work. Instead, you want to bring the heat at the reunion. What happens if the whole episodes are not really doing well and then you wait until the reunion to try and bring it together and keep your job? And that is what I find with the people on Love and Married Huntsville. It's always at the reunion they want to pipe up, like Tisha piping up every reunion at Melody. And now Kimmi is taking the same page or taking a page out of Melody's book. Let's not talk about the seating arrangement, which was clearly made to seem and isolate Melody Shari, in my opinion. Why couldn't they put Martell separately, Melody separately, separate chairs? Instead, in a bid to isolate her, you had everyone else on that other side, looking like she was on an island by herself. And you guys, it's also psychology. They were trying to wear down Melody because they want her to leave the show at all cost. And that is exactly why they were doing that. I don't know if it's the stubbornness in me, but if I were Melody in that particular instance, maybe it's the pettiness, but I would show them pepe. If you're Nigerian, you know what I mean. I will show them pepe and not leave. I will drag them all for filth. That is, if I were them, if I were her, that is what I would do. But then I also understand choosing your mental health, because I've done that in certain situations as well if I cannot be bothered. But if I wanted to go the petty road, they all will have to work for that check. And I would not care whether or not I'm on an island by myself. And I guess you have to balance it and say, is this really worth my time? So I'm sure Melody is doing that. But I personally feel that Maurice is putting, Kimmi is a snake. First of all, we all know this, but I feel like Maurice is putting that battery in her back and saying, are you going to let Melody talk about me like that? You know, I can't really go at a woman like that, so you need to step up. And I feel like that is why we're seeing all this venom from Kimmi. Because in reality, Kimmi never comes with this level of venom and anger. But my question to Kimmi and Maurice is, why are you deflecting? Answer a very direct question. Was there lipstick or was there not lipstick? Yes or no? Were you driving under the influence? Yes or no? When you were out the night before, were you drinking? Yes or no? I don't understand why the rest of the cast, and this is why the show can't succeed, because people like to have all these alliances when you should be bringing it up. Oh, I saw this on social media. Guys, what is really going on? Nobody's bringing it up except Melody. So no one on the show is willing to do what needs to be done to push the storyline. So of course there's going to be vim. There's going to be energy. That said, I don't expect anything less from Kimmi. I'm surprised that a lot of y'all are just now seeing Kimmi for who she's always been. I've always seen her as a conniving, manipulative, nasty person. So I'm surprised that it took some of y'all a long time to see who Kimmi really is. But I'm glad you guys finally got there. Kimmi has really been exposed for the disgustingness that she is, in my opinion. How can you talk about someone every single time? How can you have said some of the horrible things you have said about her? How can you have bigged up the coleslaw and done all these things? That she's not allowed to talk about something that was already in the social media front, and then now you try to digress and body shame her? Like, girl, bye. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. Let's continue the conversation in the chats, guys. Let me know what you think and I'll speak to you in the chat. Bye.